supposed to be. Let's see. Alright. We are indeed live. I guess I haven't been back in a second. I just opened this up because I didn't hit any buttons. Sam starts to connect Australia to the Cairo network, only to suddenly find himself face to face with Higgs, who summons a giant mech. Sam defeats the mech and connects West Fort Knot F1 to the network. He then joins forces with Rainey in Rainbow Valley and is reunited with Fragile and the rest of the Drawbridge crew. Deliver all terraforming equipment to Rainbow Valley. Right. Basically just story so far, synopsis. I don't think we need the rest of these because we played through them on stream and I'm pretty sure it's already covered everything. Anyway, I'm gonna do the rituals before we set out. Or, examine table. Sorry, almost forgot. There's stuff to look at down here.
Moby Dick, or The Whale, seems to be one of Tarman's favorite novels. As the name suggests, it's a story about a white sperm whale named Moby Dick. Captain Ahab, one of the main characters, uses a prosthetic leg made of whalebone to replace the one Moby Dick took long ago. He's obsessed with getting revenge against the whale, which he hates with a terrible passion, all while nursing the phantom pain of his lost leg. In the end, Ahab fails to exact vengeance on his foe and is dragged into the sea. His crew's only survivor is Ishmael, the book's narrator. He was rescued after clinging desperately to a coffin-shaped life buoy. That's right, a coffin was his savior. Ironic, isn't it? How you use a thing makes all the difference.
And that might be it, but there's quite a bit of like stuff with all the books and things that they have packed back here, so we maybe have a lot more, or it might just repeat what it just did, or he opens it and puts it back.
On a dark night in May 1816, 3 men and 2 women found themselves confined to a villa on the shore of Lake Geneva. A catastrophic volcanic eruption had wrought havoc on the global climate, and a relentless rain hammered down outside. With little else to do, the occupants of the villa decided to compose ghost stories, and it was on this fateful night that a woman named Mary penned what would become Frankenstein. Mary, who was only 18 years of age, had already lived a tumultuous life. She was engaged in an affair with the poet Percy Bysshe Shelley at the time, whom she would later go on to marry. A dramatic retelling of these events was committed to film prior to the death Stranding. Titled Mary Shelley, it stars Elle Fanning in the lead role. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Yeah. If I'm remembering correctly, Elle Fanning is an actress in this game. I'm pretty sure I remember exactly who she is.
The peak Pequod is the ship in which Ahab pursues Moby Dick on his quest for vengeance. His crew includes Dutchmen, Frenchmen, Spaniards, Portuguese, Icelanders, as well as shipmates from China and India. Countless other people of myriad origins, too. It is arguably symbolic of the multiracial United States. A gathering of souls that transcends ethnic and national divisions, united in pursuit of a singular goal. I can't help but be reminded of Kojima Productions. Wait, judging by your reaction, you've never heard of Kojima Productions? Sam, you can't be serious.
Which is funny because Norman Reedus, the motion capture actor for Sam, has probably been like scanned by Kojima Productions the most.
The gathering of storytellers that spawned Mary Shelley's Frankenstein gave rise to yet another legendary creature of horror fiction. I speak, of course, of the vampire. A physician named Polidori was also in attendance that evening, and he later unveiled his creation in a new novel. As I may have mentioned before, the summer of that year was unusually cold. In Europe alone, 200,000 people are said to have perished as a result. Could it be that a widespread fear that the world might be coming to an end served as inspiration for two classic monsters? I find it a compelling theory.
I wonder if it's just gonna let me do like all of the available book stuff right now.
Certain parallels can be drawn between Captain Ahab's pursuit and the Prometheus myth. Prometheus is a deity said to have stolen fire from the heavens in order to give it to humans. In essence, he bestowed upon them the power of the gods themselves. This power manifested as technology. Humans crafted tools, and with them brought nature to heal and built great civilizations. Perhaps the author intended to frame Ahab's pursuit of the white whale as one akin to mankind's struggle against the forces of nature. We ourselves are arguably living out our own Prometheus myth as we fight to overcome the Death Stranding. No, we definitely are. And we're not about to lose.
Just gonna keep reading until it doesn't let me anymore. Or until it repeats.
It should be noted that the monster's name is not Frankenstein, nor was it ever given a proper name. Frankenstein is the name of its creator and the story's protagonist, Victor Frankenstein. Through its many movie adaptations, the image of the disturbing and unstable patchwork creature has grown ever more vivid. And in the process, the misconception that it was called Frankenstein was born. In the original novel, however, it was an intelligent, human-like being that craved acceptance. A clever, gentle giant cobbled together from others, not unlike our dead man, don't you think? And while he doesn't appear in Shelley's original work, in several movies, Frankenstein is joined by a rather memorable assistant named Igor. Igor and Victor. Now, where have I heard those two names before?
Now, for those of you that weren't here for the first game, which, if anybody even watched that, Igor and Victor are names of, I believe it was Igor was the gentleman who, at the very beginning of the first game, asked us to help him with corpse disposal. And us, in the processes of us helping him with that, a lot had gone wrong. The driver got thrown off the road and killed because the BTs were starting to come out of nowhere, so they had to shoot him. And then Igor, in like, was trying to commit unaliving. I think that's the YouTube friendly term for it. Uh, yeah, it just sounds weird. He was trying to commit suicide. Um, and he he failed. And the BT, before he was able to kill himself, the BT swallowed him, causing a massive void out, basically swallowing an entire city. Which, from there, kicked off the events of the first game, because obviously Sam repatriated with Lou, which honestly is weird because it's not too weird because Lou was technically equipment at the time and wasn't as sentient as Lou is now, and the Lou that we have may or may not necessarily be Lou. They may be hinting at Sam having some mental issues. But we will come to that when we come to it. Let's talk to Dolman. After Sam rolls his eyes at me for taking so long.
That sure looked good, Sam. I was glad to see Rainey in such high spirits. She's grown so bright and energetic, almost unrecognizable from our first meeting. A pity that her child shows no similar signs of development. Rainey used to be much more quiet and withdrawn. She seemed averse to spending time with people. Dolls, too. It was singing and dancing that got her to open up. I'm something of a performer myself, though I've never showed anyone. The Rainbow Valley greenhouses are the product of our researchers' hard work. And thanks to you and me, those invaluable structures will endure for a good while yet. I don't really have anything else to say right now.
Yeah, we'll go to take a bath and you'll be like, oh, I have something else to say, but it's just that we're clean.
Hi, Sam.
We don't need to see none of that. Let Sam have his privacy. At least there. Yep. I'm just gonna go to the surface. We could do VR training and stuff, and I think there is a trophy for it, but I already got it in like the first run through. That might be the first game that I'm thinking of. I'm not sure if I got that trophy or if I just looked at the trophy list. I could. Unwanted cargo has been discarded in the darkness. Alright. Yeah, we basically just finished up with getting Rainy before. And now, again. Oh, apologies about that. Rainbow Valley. Grab a truck and drive it back over here. Things up as hell. Music player should get in here.
Worn path.
That's what I wanted. Turn that down just a little bit so I can turn the volume of my headset back. You want to be able to hear everything else, but I don't want the music drowned out.
It's definitely the way to go.
I think we're just paused because of the location. Yeah.
Sam, your next order requires you to recover an escaped kangaroo, the subject of an important experiment. Seems the bushland area it hopped off to is one where the chiral density is extremely high, meaning you'll need to get it back to the animal shelter ASAP to ensure its safety. This is a ticking clock situation, Sam. I'll brief you on the details while you review your map. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal when you're ready to get underway.
Oh, shit. I didn't mute myself. I gotta recover.
Hey Sam,
kangaroo.
Charlie here. Since this is your first order involving the capture and preservation of animals, allow me to provide additional information. The kangaroo you're looking for is somewhere in this area. Once you've arrived, use your Odradek to begin searching for the creature. You can transport the kangaroo in your standard issue animal carrier. No need to fabricate anything unique. Get close enough to the kangaroo and deploy the carrier to capture it. It will be a bulky piece of cargo, but you should be able to carry it on your back like any other container. However, you will need to traverse some heavily wooded mountains as well as rivers and uneven terrain. Bear this in mind when considering what equipment to take with you. All right, time to proceed with route planning and final preparations.
Alright, just to read this little description because it's kind of important. A kangaroo has escaped from the animal shelter. It is currently lying prone in the forest to the south of the shelter, which is known for its brush fires and high chiral density. Rescue the kangaroo from the forest and return it to the animal shelter. Time limit, 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure doing this unlocks premium deliveries, but I could be wrong. I'm not even sure if there are premium deliveries in this one, but That's what we gotta do. We're gonna go save a kangaroo. The brush fire thing was kind of an important drop. Carrying handle roost, don't need that. Dang it. Yes. Sorry, I forgot I could just use the analog stick to do that. Augmented motion scanner. Yeah, if nothing else comes to mind. Ooh, that would be good, but we wouldn't have enough anyway. Don't really need it. Faster order. Yeah, I think everything looks alright for now. Fabricate. So I needed, because one of the last pieces of equipment we should have unlocked would have been the tar gun. Oddly convenient that it helps to put out fires.
Order accepted. Thank you. Can't wait until I next see you.
I'm gonna drive this up there just to put it into the Magellan, but we're gonna go on foot for sure. Sorry, the DHV Magellan. Can't call it the Magellan, it's the DHV Magellan. Alright, I'll just use the terminal. Alright. Cool. And storing it will also repair it, so next time I come to get it. Away! I think the first time I tried to do this mission, I tried to do it on a trike, whatever they're called. For some reason, I'm totally blanking on it.
What in the world?
We have a situation, Sam.
No
I'm
shit.
tracking a fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location. Clock's ticking. Secure the poor little bugger ASAP and bring the shelter onto the chiral network. Once the DHV Magellan can join you on site, we'll see what we can do about that fire.
At least for the time being, on our own, which is why we have the tar can. Yeah, you'll start to notice it's getting smoky. Just checking a few things. Yeah, should be alright. I don't expect too many problems, but you know. I'll probably finish it with like plenty of time left too. Catch my heat, sorry. Now, definitely not going to be able to not going to be able to just put out all the fires. We're not looking to like fight the whole thing, but just going to put out what we need to get through, especially until we can go and grab that kangaroo, because he's top priority. Oh shit! Fuck. Well, that was a
Look out, Sam.
beach creature.
Fire. We
No
need
shit.
to get away from here as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's not just a quick little, it goes out. It takes a second to put some things out. Want to try and move over this way. We get on the bridge. Said you're not looking to fight all of it. You're not putting out the whole thing, but just enough to get through. Reload when you can. You gotta deploy it. Gotta pick it up before we catch on fire, at least move out of the way. Gotta give it a moment to let it charge.
Sam, over there! I see the kangaroo! Get close enough to put it in an animal carrier for transport.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
Alright, time to make
I
our
know it
getaway.
seems cruel, but we got him in there, so we can save him. I don't like putting him in that small box either. Out of this fire. Because it'll fill faster than we can fire. So just put out the fire. This as much as we can. Keep us up. Right.
This was marked as a dangerous location on your map, Sam. We could get trapped here by the bushfire. Let's keep moving to ensure that doesn't happen.
And it'll be kind of funny to walk through this area later after we've Jesus. I don't like the fiery things falling from the sky. Forgot we can just use the Ozra deck to get a lay of the land. Yeah, and obviously the closer you're getting to the animal shelter, the more intense the fire gets.
Sam, it's impossible to put out a fire that's grown this massive. Escape is our only option. We need to find a way out and take it before it's too late.
What are you doing all this? Damn it. Get up here, at least there's nothing to burn. Oh, I wish I had a sticky gun already. it. But I don't want to get over there. I think we're about at cargo capacity. But we're almost there. Trying to fill up what we can, man. Like, hi, if you could stop throwing the fiery things at me. Nope, we're at capacity. Ooh. Yeah, it gets kind of intense. And you might as well, yeah, deploy it every time just so you can have the extra.
Still not sure how we survived that. Anyway, we have a Cupid to connect, right?
Oh, crap. Alright.
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and
That burnt.
You must be Sam. We've heard all about you from your friends at Drawbridge. Go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
Decoy hologrenade. Yeah, funnily enough, we have somebody uniquely suited to putting out fires.
Thank you, Sam. Don't worry about the fire. Rainey will put it out for us.
Tell me though, who is she exactly?
Must be about 6 months now, since I first heard about the girl who brought the rain.
Whenever I stepped outside, the timefall came. There was nothing that I could do to make it stop. And they hated me for it. Including my parents, who told me to leave. I was the witch who brought the timefall. A monster to be locked up in a cage. A few even tried to burn me alive. The most dedicated witch hunters. I struck out on my own. I was alone for so long. mission, I enrolled in a special UCA program, hoping to find purpose as a mother.
Hi there. You're safe.
But even after I got pregnant, I still couldn't find anyone willing to take me in.
She's been trying to leave. Why the hell are you?
Stop it! Oh God! I'm sorry.
You're a horrible person.
No,
That's what you are.
We need to leave right now.
Please!
God, get out of here!
And try. Those are just horrible people.
No one wanted anything to do with me. All they saw was a witch, to be hated and feared. Until that day. I'm so sorry.
Hey there. You're Rainey, aren't you?
Who's asking?
Someone who's been looking for you. For you and your power.
You want my power? Why?
You're a pharmacon. Medicine that can harm, poison that can heal. It's all in how you use it. Want to come work for me? I believe you can save the world.
You do?
There are things only you can accomplish.
Only me. Really?
Really. My name's Fragile. And I'm happy we could finally meet. I'm here for you. For both of you. I'll be your umbrella. And together we'll show the world the hope in your reign. Come on. Who wouldn't want the baby to catch a cold? Come on.
damage is even more amazing than we'd heard. Thanks to everything you've done for us, the animals are unharmed and the facilities are holding up just fine. It's a wonderful relief. Anyway, I'll check your orders now. The kangaroo seems to be in fine spirits. You took good care of it, I can tell. I can't believe you found this. We'd all but given up hope. I hope you'll continue to work with us.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The kangaroo you rescued seems to be alright, thank goodness. Oh, she's so very special to us, and we're relieved to have her back in one piece.
So sorry.
Once she's had a bit more time to recuperate, we'll move her to the reserve next door where you can visit anytime you like. By the way, we've uploaded our decoy hologrenade data to the network. You can trigger it remotely once thrown, creating a distraction that'll lure enemies away. It might just save your life if you run afoul of any troublemakers. Well, we first found her in an area with high concentrations of chiralium. How wild animals are affected by prolonged exposure is something we still don't understand completely. But it's thought this may be a key factor in how chiral creatures come into existence. So, you can see why our wee girl would be an invaluable research subject. It's where we look after the animals in our care. The vegetation around here didn't die out like elsewhere, and we still have a reliable water supply. After we screen each animal in our underground facilities, we release them into the reserve and monitor their health over time. When that kangaroo you rescued is strong enough, we'll move her up top where she'll be able to stretch her legs. That being said, changes in the environment can have a profound impact on many species, causing never-before-seen creatures to appear, throwing the ecosystem into chaos. Which is why we strive to preserve native animals here for future generations. Cheers, Sam. You really helped us out. At this rate, we're poised to lose so many native species that predate the Death Stranding. And once they're gone, there's no getting them back. Between the bushfires caused by chiral cinders and animals behaving strangely and getting hurt, it's been pretty bad. But I've heard that these environmental anomalies might be resolved once and for all when Australia is fully linked up. So I've got high expectations for you and your friends. Speaking of which, how would you feel about assisting us with our preservation efforts? It'd be a simple matter of capturing any wild animals you see out on their own and bringing them to us. Even a few would make a real difference. Give it some thought, eh?
Well done, Sam. Return to the DHV Magellan and report to the bridge. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Rainey and her talents.
Order completed. Well done.
Yeah, we just learned a lot about Rainey. Not enough to be able to tell you why she's actually called Rainey. I mean, we know why, but what's the reason behind her raining powers is the exact... I see you laughing over there. Stop it. Give me a second. I can't hear what you're actually saying because the noise canceling. What's up? Oh yeah, that's fair. And why Dahlman's Dahlman, Deadman is Deadman, and Tarman's Tarman. Because Hideo Kojima is Hideo Kojima.
When she's outside, Rainey's constantly surrounded by timefall. But within a 1.5 meter radius of her body, a different kind of precipitation is observed. We call it core fall. Anything it touches is restored to an earlier state. In other words, it has the power to heal and repair, to counteract timefall's effects. Sadly, people only see the timefall, and not the remarkable woman standing in the eye of the storm. Still no signs of growth?
I should be due any day now. If things were normal, that is. But the baby's still stuck at 7 months.
She has still baby syndrome. Have you ever heard of it?
I met a few preppers in Mexico that had something like that.
They're not isolated cases. It seems to be happening everywhere. Though who knows if it's a syndrome or a symptom of something else.
Simply put, the fetus stops growing at about 7 months. To be clear, it doesn't die, but it no longer moves, as if it's frozen in time. Several treatments, including C-sections, have been attempted. Unfortunately, removal from the womb invariably results in death. And while not all pregnancies are affected, it's yet another contributing factor to the already low birth rate. The Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative just isn't enough to compensate.
You got any idea what's causing it?
There's speculation that it's due to an imbalance in the beach itself. I'm sure it's been explained to you before that countless individual beaches exist, a multiverse of beaches, so to speak, and that they are all governed by an upper beach on a higher plane. Expansion of the chiral network to cover the whole UCA may have inadvertently disrupted the link to that beach. Or so they think.
BB units were also 7-month-old fetuses. So it's not hard to believe that the beach might very well influence the unborn.
While I can offer you no concrete answer, I can state that the plan to extend the chiral network into the Australian continent, to take it worldwide, is also intended to help restore balance to the aforementioned upper beach. And in doing so, it is possible that we may resolve the issue of still baby syndrome. Unfortunately, no nearby facilities have the capacity to prepare the cargo. So it's going to be a long-distance delivery from West Fort Knott instead. Moreover, this request requires you to transport a large quantity of cargo. Careful consideration will need to be given to your route and your means of traversing it. You'll also need to think about what equipment you might need. Only then should you commit to a plan of action. Access the delivery terminal at West Fort Knott to pick up this main order. Oh, and the DHB Magellan can take you there, if need be. Just open your ring terminal and select chart course to request transport.
Dang it. Sorry. You don't even have to leave the map area. There you go. Should pick up the order from here.
Please select a destination.
There it is. That's what I was looking for. Astro. DHV Magellan over. Took this. Said that took it this. Here's the kangaroo Sam rescued. Isn't she doing well? We're still running tests on her, but the early signs are good. You can never thank Sam and Drawbridge enough. We can never thank Sam and Drawbridge enough, sorry. Happy animals for the win. Nice. Grassroots activities from Rainy. I've made it rain at a few facilities I've visited with Drawbridge, and they're already starting to see the results. Now I want to bring the rain to a lot more places. Even a little bit helps. Here's to bringing nature back to life. Gonna like that a bunch. Yes. And like this one a bunch. And that's what happens when you give me a window of time to hit a button. Make it happen. Alright. Nothing new there. Eat. Right. Eat. Right. Drink the tea. Drink the tea. Drink the tea. Seems there any more, I guess, stories? We'll see. I guess not. At least for now, right? Top Dolman.
That sure looked good, Sam. I was looking into the conditions that led to the bushfire we escaped. It seemed to have been caused by a phenomenon known as chiral cinders. Unlike other items washed up by the currents, cinders violently erupt from the tar and soar through the sky before crashing to the ground. This phenomenon has been observed across the continent and has led to an increase in bushfires. It's one more potential threat to keep an eye out for.
You know, I'm pretty sure somebody from Australia playing this has just been like, oh yeah, thanks, great, another fucking thing.
Ever wanted to learn more about the various creatures housed at the animal shelter, Sam? Well, there's a speaker outside the facility that they use to broadcast updates. Might be good to check in on some of the animals we've taken there once in a while. I'm so glad that we were able to save that kangaroo's life. It's easy to forget that humans aren't the only creatures affected by the Death Stranding. Protecting our remaining wildlife isn't just the right thing to do. It can also help us to better understand how the environment has changed. Rainy was a vision to behold. To put out that fire so effortlessly. Her powers are incredible, don't you think? The kangaroo you rescued is currently being cared for and studied at the animal shelter. You know, if you ever want to stop by and see how it's doing, I wouldn't object. Are you curious how I maintain my youthful appearance? It's because Rainy lets me shower in her core fall from time to time.
Okay, Dolman. Nah, you're just being a bit much. Because it's good to take care of Sam. He's just gonna comment on this being clean. did seem like we were viewing a child's memories. You said radio, so that was the question. The truck, because even we'll just throw it on the monorail, you know. Vehicle customization, power unit, and put anything outside's another one. Just leave it at that for now. Yeah. We don't need the power gun anymore either, so I might actually just go cycle. Recycling store probably be. So storage. That's more what I'm trying to do. Cargo. Assault rifle, bullet, shotgun, PCC, grenade pistol, MP grenades, blood grenades, blood bags, skeleton, and boots. It's always good to have an extra pair of boots. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Sam, it's Charlie. I'm pleased to inform you that you can now use the map on your Ring terminal to check the weather forecast. We utilize information provided by Rainey, as well as local historical data, to make predictions. Take them into consideration when plotting your routes.
Sorry, I just pet my cat. She's kinda cute. I mean, she's not being a little demon. Oh crap. Into the off-roader. If there's anything we could spend 20.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Nope. I almost forgot, because there's one function we could do with this facility. Facility features. There it is. Load vehicle. So I guess if you wanted to, you could set just the cargo to go out, and then like, get on a bike and try and race it. And wouldn't that be quick too?
Sam, Tarman here. A short while ago, the tar currents became incredibly unstable. It's gotten so bad that the DHV Magellan can't travel safely. We're still looking into what might have caused this, and we'll be in touch the second we know more.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, that's going to happen a lot more than you think would be necessary or possible for the game. But, yeah, it's going to happen more where you just can't use the DHV Magellan to the point where it's like, why even let us do it then? Especially as like, I think if you use the DHV Magellan to transport like packages and stuff, then you will only be able to get a grade of A, I think it was. Can't remember. Yes, Cleo. You're cute, baby. Cleo, baby. Wait, what? God damn it. Yep. It'll fit. Hopefully I remember to get out there to do that before the stream's over, but I don't know.
My name's Sam.
Alright, so honestly, we could go to the animal shelter and just that's why. Because I'm uncoordinated. Yeah, like it might be faster than going all the way around, but we could also come out to here and get the inventor. He has a few random things on him. So, like, yeah, let's go do that. Drop around the mountain instead of cutting through the animal shelter. Turn. There you go. Does it get quick? Okay. We good now? We cool? Cool. First of all, I'm gonna scan. I mean, it's gonna be slow no matter what, but this will be potentially the fastest route, is to find the yellow parts in the tile, and just kind of follow that. I'm pretty sure you can just gun it straight to them, but once you hit any of the red parts, you're gonna go super slow. Inventor.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Surprised there's not like some small package or whatever close by.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Might be somewhere. Get to see. Wasn't paying attention, went up to the red. I'm sure I'm doubling back here for whatever reason. Yep. Still takes a lot there. This is what we wanted.
Gotta stretch my legs.
One small package so we can start conversation with the inventor, because he does have some good stuff. He's just, they're like, it's funny this kind of stuff that he gives you for leveling up your standing with him. Oh yeah, no, I was over here earlier. Get. Put the backpack on. Damn it, Sam. Cargo management. Put that on the offloader. And, like, while there's no monorail necessarily directly to the inventor, the monorail does go over this place, so if you ride it, you can just drop. But to do so, you would need a stabilizer to negate at least some of the
Got a little cargo on the shelf in the back.
It'll hurt. Zipline, yeah, as I was just read it. Also very helpful. You just gotta be careful of where you place the zipline, because I'm pretty sure that I did make a zipline in my first playthrough, but where I made it, as soon as I built a monorail, the monorail was in the way. Yeah, we're really punching it now. Going a whole maybe extra mile an hour faster. Gonna have to build a generator when we get over here this time. But we've got no Git resources or whatever for putting him on the network. Deliver.
What business brings you to my doorstep? Wait, are you carrying some cargo that got washed away after the quake? I'll need a moment to process and confirm. Well, where on earth did you find this? I've given up on ever seeing it. You, sir, are a good man, and I know I can rely on you. You're bringing people into the chiral network, yes? I'd be interested in that. Get me online.
This is just nice to have all the pieces.
Now displaying your current order grade.
I think this could prove useful to you. Try it and see if you agree.
It's the Otter Hat. If you remember from the first game, Otter Hat was awarded to us by the cosplayer, and the cosplayer's partner, if you had noticed, was modeled after Conan O'Brien.
I call this an otter hood. It's an original invention of my very own. Put it on, and you'll find you can float in the water as happily as an otter. You'll never be at risk of drowning ever again. It's guaranteed to make you feel like a born swimmer, which, given the recent flooding, is great for people like me who can't swim at all. I'll bet you could find some use for it too, in your line of work.
Yeah, we could just leave him be, but...
That's so. Someone else already went and made the same thing. Well, I just think otters are wonderful. You like them too, don't you? Despite being mammals, these adorable mustelids live the better part of their lives in water. Floating on the surface, flat on their backs. Grace personified. In becoming an otter, we can become one with the water. That's why I decided to create this hood. So, if someone else out there had the same idea, I bet we'd get along swimmingly. Anyway, if you don't have their hood, maybe you could still use mine. Though, saying that, I better come up with something new.
Yeah, you'll be lucky if I don't set your shelter on fire for that swimmingly pun.
Thanks, and come back again soon. I'll try to whip up something extra special to give you next time.
I shouldn't make jokes like that. Have a big storm coming my way, so... Well, I might be needing shelter. But, should be fine. So we'll have to fix that one first. Then we can fix that one. Pretty sure it'll auto build one here because it's gonna stretch across. So one of these two is gonna be pretty expensive.
I appreciate
Tracking 400, 640, 720. That's a lot. Lost cargo recovery. God damn it. Maybe later. Okay. It'd be a pretty decent drive over that way, but wouldn't be too bad. Oh, that's just one bit of shelter. Got baddies up in this area. Won't be too difficult to deal with or just completely avoid. Yeah, I remember them because they're connected kind of to the animal shelter, so whenever there's a road that'll come through here eventually, and whenever you use it, they'll kind of proc you for just a second as you drive through. 400, 640, 720, 100, 640, 720. Okay, so we're good on chiral. I need 1280 resin. Can I get that from this man? I should actually back my truck up. This is why I don't actually do trucking for like a living. Very lucrative, but can't drive for shit. Keep getting in and out. Nope, nope, not doing that. Don't want to have to go back, at least yet. I mean, that would give me a reason to go back because I have some lost cargo for him anyway. Also, claim materials. So, metals, I need 2. Oh, I have 600. Oh, oof. Yep, looks like we're not building rails. Damn. At least not off this guy's stuff. We'll come back through after getting to the next place and maybe check out a few railings and roadways. Get it all done. Yeah, road doesn't come through this area. The rail comes through this area. The road comes through the animal shelter area. I did forget to build a generator, which means I'll have to build one when I get to shore. Hopefully, I can make it to shore. Still need to eventually go over to his island and build a generator there before I forget, but come on. There we go. Let's put it over here. Very easily identifiable place.
Stretch my legs.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of people come by here, a lot of people see it, a lot of people use it.
Nice.
Process now complete.
You want to get going, don't you?
I guess I could have grabbed... Nope, nope. Don't want to have to go back. Don't want to have to go through the tar again.
So what? Let's get going.
Oh. Yeah. Music player was playing, but story said, no, this song. But it's a very good song. Ooh. No, I got the charge. I could probably drive out there.
Impossible, I know.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Just want to make sure I mark out the monorail location. Don't want to get too off track. Yeah, the road comes over the mountain from the animal shelter. The monorail just goes around the entire thing to this other distro center. This is just an environmental center up here. Or this is road paper, but you get what I mean. And as soon as we get it online, it'll probably be mostly full of resources. Yeah, I know, I'm using a lot of battery crossing the rivers. But we're getting awfully close to a mule camp. And they almost always have at least one. I have weapons. So close as I can. Hopefully they have two. Might make that timefall thing over there. Are we being saved? We are being saved. No, we're not, because we don't have gyro connection, do we? I almost forgot. I was hoping we could get a little further.
Definitely not alone.
I can't change it because I'm not connected to the chiral network. Well, connection change right over there. Do. Do we start with the? Let's go with the grenade pistol. I like the grenade pistol. Network connection right over here. Turn. be aware if any of those orange dots there moving beneath this roof are trapped. I'll repeat this.
Now entering chiral network.
I got the advanced motion scanner, we don't need that. Emergency vehicle charge, though. Very important. Save the battery. Just now we have a PCC. And a way to get our vehicle to the network. Ah, shit. Want to avoid combat with all of our cargo. If at all possible.
Now then.
That being said, do no harm, take no shit.
Construction process now complete.
So we may end up just keeping that emergency vehicle charge. I do hate to be going in and out of the network so much like this.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Save our battery. Sit past that. What's up with the gatequakes? Glad I'm not too close to any of the actual cliffs or anything.
Just a bit further now.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Alright.
Wait, are you Sam? Then does that mean you carried this hefty delivery all the way from West Fort Knott? Way to make an entrance. We welcome you with open arms. Now let's get this cargo of yours processed. You took excellent care of this delivery, I see. It's in practically perfect condition. I hope you'll continue to support us in the days ahead. All right. Can you connect your Cupid to our facility?
It's another big knot in the network.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Might be time for an outfit change. Carrier, level 2. Virtuous Carrier, level 2.
And now we're finally connected to the chiral network. This should make our job so much easier. And to make your job easier, I've gone ahead and shared data for a suit I think you'll love. Oh, right. I also wanted to give you this as thanks.
Ooh. Blood Boomerang. A thrown weapon loaded with Sam's blood that is especially effective against BT. The more blood that is loaded, the greater the damage inflicted. Don't overdo it. The boomerang cannot be thrown if Sam's blood levels are too low. Hits to the head do additional damage. Can be stowed in a dedicated holster suited for covert operation. I will admit, I don't think I ever really used the blood boomerang. It's a cool little weapon to have.
Introducing
but
the blood boomerang. Throw it properly and it'll come right back to your hand. It's a reusable weapon in that regard. Folds up nicely too, so it's quite easy to carry. You'll find it's especially effective against BTs, so give it a try against the next one you meet. With the aid of your network, we should also be able to develop stronger measures to defend against belligerents, which we need since the brigands out west have rapidly improved their arsenal in recent days. Honestly, you couldn't have gotten here at a better time. Thanks be to you, we'll finally be able to focus on our research. As the chiral network has expanded, we're seeing more and more anomalies outside of the bounds of its coverage. This has led the brigands to conclude that the network itself is responsible for the worsening state of the world, which is why they're opposed to its expansion. But it's not like we can sit back and do nothing. If we don't try to improve things, humanity's doomed to go extinct. After I moved to Australia, the locals learned me all the ins and outs of the boomerang. I then designed a new type that's effective against BTs as well. You infuse it with Doom's blood before throwing it. The bigger the charge, the greater the potency. Naturally, most people would have to rely on blood bags sourced from donors, but since you have Doom's, you can also use your own blood on the spot. Unlike traditional firearms, it hardly makes noise. If your enemies don't actually see you throw it, they'll have a hard time finding you. That said, don't expect it to do too much damage to humans. Not unless you manage to hit them in just the right spot, at least. At this observatory, we focus on monitoring the behavior of tar currents. There's a patch of BT territory due north of here, and just beyond it is land that's currently being subsumed by tar. There's no telling when the facility will be lost to the tar as well. So it's important that we contribute to the research and development of countermeasures while we can. Incidents of tar current instability have grown more frequent, but we haven't been able to determine much more than that thus far. Thanks to the chiral network, though, we expect we'll be able to improve our instrument accuracy. One day they started sporting a whole lot more weaponry, including grenade launchers with custom tranquilizing gas rounds. Thing is, the brigands don't have a chiral printer at their base as far as we know. So, where'd they get all the new hardware all of a sudden? Kind of worrying, don't you think? We appreciate the help. Best of luck to you, Sam. The tar currents are acting up again. Guess it's back to work for me. Let's both keep on keeping on.
That was excellent work, Sam. Thanks to you, the better part of the Western continent has access to our services. Now it's time for you to head north and continue to expand network coverage. It is imperative that you connect all of Australia, stabilizing the environment and eliminating the remaining anomalies. There will be challenges, of course, but I know you have what it takes to overcome them. I expect more great things from you, in short.
Sam, this is Tom here. We believe that we finally determined the location of whatever's thrown the tar currents into chaos. The chiralium levels there are pretty high, though, and BTs are almost certain to be present as well. I hate to ask, but would you mind taking a look for us? It's close to your current position. I've sent you the coordinates. We're counting on you, Sam.
Very important stuff about to happen.
Well done.
Probably will be silent for a lot of it because I tend to just kind of get into it and pay attention to what I'm doing. For no particular reason, just gonna look at our weaponry. Kind of grenade. Got that. Grenades. Got this. Let's say I'll be alright. Storage. That's what I wanted. To throw it like her. Hopefully I remember. Sorry, so yeah, bring the vehicle. Hope I don't need my vehicle out there. Can't remember. Oh shit! Jesus. Yeah, it says a 3 on the G scale. Still going, I think.
Getting off already.
Here's the area. Yeah, that was some shit. Fucking give me a goddamn heart attack. Place looking a little familiar. Just a little bit. Oh no, he's hot. Oh, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. Hello, Snake. Okay, so clearly Hideo Kojima is kind of attached.
What in the world is this place?
Alright, I'm kind of with Sam. Seen one actual person here. Roman. That's what. Shotgun, close range. Just in case.
Where are we? The spirits of the dead are close. Heads up, Sam. It's not safe.
I think I could have told you that, Coleman. Oh yeah, by the way, if any part of a game was gonna melt your PC or PlayStation, it's gonna be that fucker right there. I can almost feel my feet, like my PlayStation heating up.
They're not human. Don't underestimate.
have been muted for I don't know how long. I'll mute myself so you don't have to hear me taking a sip of my drink. Alright, so this is actual showdown with this guy.
Wait, are they trying to lay a trap for us? The Odor deck is reacting to something. We should keep an eye on it and proceed with caution.
Ah, shit. They did see me.
There's too many. You can't handle them all by yourself. But maybe
Well,
you can split them up. Take them one by one.
Get that scanner going. That's what I thought I had. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Heard. Take their heads off and they run at you like fiery maniacs. Lovely. And now you see why I don't usually use assault rifles. Or it gets up and does crazy shit. Come on, you fucker.
He's escaped, Sam. Up into that tower.
Good to know, good to know. Yeah, being easily visible when they come down seems like a bad thing. This, however, seems like it could be a horrible idea. Holy shit. Or a great one. Hi.
He's too quick. Must have gone up to the roof.
There we go. I'm on the roof. Where the hell is he? Oh, we're on that roof. Something. Definitely know where I'm at. How far is the range on this? Because fuck you and your bullshit. Use the confusion. About to say, I thought at least one more of the red gun. Alright, I can tell they still think come over that way. I'll come up behind your ass. I know what your ass is at. As long as homeboy ain't about to pop out of the ground and get me. That is it. They do know where I'm at. shit. That was not good. That is not at all what I wanted. I mean, yes, I wanted to jump, but not that damn far. What the fuck? That was excessive. Wrong button. That's about to run out. That's about to run out. Clear. No. Not that time. Feedback no. Now is the perfect time for biscuits.
Say Nirvana? Is he implying this is some sort of realm for the enlightened?
Like the one other actual person we've seen, or at least actual looking person. That was weird.
It's her, isn't it? The girl from before? I have no idea what just happened, but we should probably take her back to the DHV Magellan, hmm?
Alright.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
How's it going, Sam? You look better already. That's a relief. While you were recovering, we managed to learn a few things about our mystery girl. When you feel up to it, come to the room next door. Don't push yourself. Take your time.
Learn or saw a lot of things, didn't necessarily learn much there. Let Sam have his breakfast, she'll say. Just tea and cryptobites. We'll check that out in a minute. Squares. A suit designed specifically for making deliveries. S-size cargo can be attached to the shoulders and hips. Its pattern will camouflage you in snow or asphalt. I.e., they are very much expecting you to start building some roads and stuff by this point. Heavily implied, at least. Go ahead and throw it on. More customized look. How could one forget the illustrious Otterhood? Oh, yeah, sorry. It is an actual part of your suit now, and not just like an extra hat. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I just, nope, can't do just a hat. You gotta have at least the sunglasses. No, don't look necessarily the best, but yeah. Change the color in these. Or, yeah, that one part's always going to be orange, isn't it? Yep. I'm going to just leave it like that. I think we have some better glasses later, but I know we could definitely get a better hat. Probably coming up here soon. Yeah, sorry. I should probably just use the buttons instead of the analog stick so it's not so wavy.
Are you sure you're alright, Sam? I did notice that you were tossing and turning in your sleep. And I'm still not sure what to make of the girl we found in that other place. Why don't we do as Fragile suggested and visit her in the next room?
Gotta let Sam go to the bathroom and everything first.
Come on. Gently.
You're okay. Come on. Careful, careful.
Come on.
Careful.
Come down.
You got it?
Come on.
Thanks.
This is what happens when she has nightmares, it seems.
There are those who connect with the beach during REM sleep, allowing a tremendous amount of chiralium to flow into their bodies.
Hey, is your wrist gonna be okay?
Yeah. We ran some blood and DNA tests on her. And checked her for signs of injury.
As far as we can tell from a medical perspective, her health is in perfect condition. But that doesn't make the crystalloid shell in which we found her any less troubling. Not to mention the tar-like fluid that came pouring out of it. We're still analyzing both. And there's more.
You mean those suckers?
Indeed. But that's not what I'd call them. Much closer to a chiral rash, I would say. You know how chiral allergies can sometimes trigger goosebumps? It's like that, except a fair bit worse. The tar-like secretions can accelerate the passage of time on contact, it seems.
We suspect she has dooms too.
And that when she's levitating, she's experiencing the nightmares common amongst sufferers.
That space or realm she left behind to come here. The fellow we saw called it Nirvana, I believe. But to me, it looked like the land of the dead.
Even so, she's a living human being. And I believe that she was born in that place. After things settled down, I spoke with her for a little. Or tried to. She was still in shock, which made it harder to communicate.
Did she tell you her name?
Doesn't seem like she has one. As far as I could tell. So, I named her myself. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, huh?
Tomorrow is amazing.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've recently received a report of brigands engaging in suspicious activity to the west. I'm sure you'd like to push on, but I don't think we can afford to ignore this. Please access the DHV Magellan's delivery terminal to undertake this main order.
Alright, give me just a moment. Yeah, that weird. Sorry, is my. I was looking at my phone to maybe just check to see how long I had been streaming, It's only about 2.5 hours, but it was reading 5. I was like, whoa. I do not feel like I've been streaming for 5 hours. That night I worked in the morning, so definitely shouldn't be doing that. In fact, because that was actually such a very good place to leave off, I just go ahead and stop here. Save. Yep. I know, taking a second, so you gotta do your idle animation. Go ahead and save. Did a lot, got a lot done, so probably the best place to just stop. Thank you anybody that stopped by, and thank you anybody that watches us in the future. I am gonna go make myself some food and probably go to bed. Have a good night.